sons, you could have stayed. It's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through color glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
Today is September 26, 2022. It is 12:54 p.m. I recorded one video this morning, and then I had a lot of other videos to edit. I didn't want to record anymore, and I knew I was gonna have the computer all to myself, and I said, you know what, maybe later on today I'll record. So let me get at least one more video recorded, and then I could always get back to it whenever I have time. So this is my back end. New subscribers, welcome. Let's go on Twitter. So PrinceOfPegging is trending right now. I wasn't gonna share this, but since I have it here, let me just share it with you. Okay, to all of the family, then like father like son, PrinceOfPegging, Tampon King. Alright, so that's Charles, I don't know, one of his ex-girlfriends. Okay, he's Charles and his then girlfriend Caroline Longman, who he briefly dated in 1970. Caroline's sister is Emma Longman. Emma Longman is the mother of Rose Henberry. Oh my god, what? Oh no, I'm telling you, the squad are crazy when they're finding things out. Let's see some of the comments here. Is that Emma Longman, the daughter of Lady Elizabeth Longman, who was one of Betty's bridesmaids? Oh my god. So Rose Henberry is Lady Elizabeth Longman's granddaughter. Kate and Caroline really thought they could freeze these aristos out of their own circles. LOL. So there's also something that's going on today. They're trying to block some videos that were shown during the funeral. So I don't know what's going on. This should be on tomorrow's recording, but since I have it here, I didn't even touch the one that I have on my list. Okay, so let's see here. Elizabeth's bridesmaid, Lady Elizabeth Longman, has passed away. Oh, she died. Oh, that was in 2016. Her Majesty is in mourning following the tragic death of her longtime friend and bridesmaid, Lady Elizabeth Longman. Okay. I'm telling you, the squad be digging some stuff. I was reading one of the comments and said, I'm not gonna mess with the squad. They'll even find the doctor that birthed me, and to find out why the doctor did her, tap her bottom so she could cry. The squad are crazy. Alright, the couple are survived by their 3 children together. Caroline Elizabeth Longman, born December 1951, Jane Longman, born July 1955, and Emma Longman, born January 1959. Oh my God. Lady Elizabeth's granddaughter is former model Rose Henbury, who is married to the Marquess of Cholmondeley, Lord Great Chamberlain, to the Queen, and seen on state occasions such as the opening of Parliament. Yeah, I've seen, I think I did point him out in one of those, those ceremonies. Okay, giving all this generation of friendship and courtship, it seems super intentional. I really wonder who among all these people was intended for Harry to be with. Things like that never crossed my mind. Maybe oh my God, one of them probably wanted to be a side piece for, let me not say anything. I really believe they had someone in mind. OMG, the way that inner circle all swap bodily fluid. Just thinking about that, that's just not. I mean, Harry knows. He knows those stuff. Okay, explain why KKK doesn't leak against the future Queen consort. There's a history. Okay, it is Queen Escort. Queen Escort. Palace prostitute. The fear is the Queen EPP will encourage or lend some tips to Marchioness Norfolk Rose to dethrone Mankin Duchess. Clan Bobby wouldn't want that. Oh my God, I'm gonna waste time reading this. Cashel slept with Lady Sarah Spencer, then later married her baby sister, Lady Diana Spencer. Later, Charles slept with Rose's aunt, then many years later, his son, William, slept and impregnated the niece of said's aunt. It seems to me that Charles had a harem of his own in 1970s. Oh my God. And Anne slept with Camilla's ex-husband. Oh my God. Seriously? So Charles did the mother and his son did the daughter. Is that what you're telling us? Oh my God. I need to get out of this. Why PrinceOfPegging is trending. My God. So he slept with William's mistress aunt, and they wanted Harry to marry someone from that aristocratic circle. Oh my God. So much bed hopping in the circle. Yep. No wonder no Aristo woman wanted to marry William. Why all the drama when they have free access all the time? That is true. That is true. Exactly this. His community pen service is available at no risk. Yep. Oh my God. I hope they use condom. My goodness. It really is that warrior hillbillies. There's a video I think I recorded this morning. That thing was so funny. It's gonna be on video 1. I think it was this morning when I was recording. Okay, yeah, so the fella that narrated them as white trailer trash, that's the one. Okay, with posh accent, right? I need for him to make it a serious. So let me get out of here. Let me get to the one that I bookmark. I can't, 6 minutes into that. PrinceOfPegging is trending. Alright, this is one of the tweets that I bookmarked. This account of British royal family activity on the day of Her Majesty's the Queen's death still leaves several issues uninterrogated. 1. Why was Harry forced to charter his own flight? 2. If no spouses were attending, why was Sophie there? 3. Why wasn't Harry informed before flight departure? Let's see here. Did she archive them? Let's go into it. I'll leave the link in the description. Okay. What really happened with Prince Harry on the day Queen Elizabeth died? Okay. I was missing some stuff in between. Maybe that will help me understand what I didn't get. So that was on the 24th September 2022 by Hannah Furness. Okay, it has been 2 weeks and 2 days since the death of Queen Elizabeth II, both the longest and the shortest of the royal family's lives. There have been speeches from King Charles III, visit from the new Prince and Princess of Wales, and physical and written tribute from our entire family unmatched in their pregnancy. If plans of the death had been perfected over decades, it shows as the magic of the monarchy swung into action to pay glorious tribute to the country's platinum queen. But even those meticulous plans could not have taken into account one unexpected factor: a near estranged Duke and Duchess of Sussex, now, through circumstances, at the heart of a family in mourning. Prince Harry and Meghan, who were in Britain only by coincidence when news of the Queen's failing health emerged, have been front and center of the news agenda since the Queen's death. First, they were not allowed on the royal plan. Wow. Okay. So I'm learning this because I knew I was missing some stuff. I don't know. I think I was busy that day. Something was not right. I was missing some information. One of the things I wanted to do was to go to Omid's timeline to see what was I missing. But it seems everything is here now. First, they were not allowed on the royal plan to Balmoral, it was said, and then Harry's military uniform was taken away. Then they seemed to be invited, then uninvited, to a state occasion for foreign leaders at Buckingham Palace. This I was aware of. A reconciliation of sort made headlines as they joined Prince William and Catherine for a walkabout, and the new king used his first speech to express my love for Harry and Meghan as they continue to build their lives overseas. I remember hearing this somewhere. Latterly, it is claimed the prince snubbed a dinner invitation from his father and the unfolding list of mysteries that seem to follow the Sussexes wherever they go. See, Charles, he knows how to play the game, but for some reason, his incompetent people he bring along with him can follow too. See, in the facade, he's telling people how much he loved them. Okay, but in the background, I think he wants to pull their heads off. This is my humble opinion right there. All right, so that's that. As online news flight trackers and live television allow the public to piece together a timeline, that's what I wanted to do because I was missing some stuff. Of the day of the Queen's death, it only depends the question over what really happened, when, and with whom. As the dust settled, the Daily Telegraph has spoken to multiple sources to try to establish how the day unfolded. When the Duke of Sussex woke at Frogmore Cottage on Thursday, September 8th, his diary stretched nearly ahead of him. Appearance at the Well Child Award with Meghan by his side. Oh, so they did that. Did they? Because the Well Child Award was the last one they were supposed to do. I think in one of my, I may have cut it out. In one of my tweet, could have been one of the yesterday's tweet or today's tweet or something. I was saying something like, maybe they did this in private. I just threw it out there. I wasn't aware. Okay, let's see here. An appearance at the Well Child Award with Meghan by his side was scheduled. Was scheduled that evening. He had written a speech to deliver to the families and carer of the seriously ill and was looking forward to getting back to the bit he liked best about his old life, making children laugh, at one his favorite remaining patronages. Okay. Then a flight back to Archie and Lilibet waiting at home in California. The Sussexes were fresh from a one-day trip to Dusseldorf on Tuesday, considering by their team and fan to be a triumph. That's right, this thing was a success. Photo shows a rapturous welcome for a red carpet walkout. Yeah, because there were, I share all of this with you. There were tweets that I was reading. They were upset because they received them in a red carpet. They were like, they're not royal. Why should they get red carpet? It's so freaking ridiculous to me, but I share it with you anyway. They look happy and relaxed. The security arrangements seem to go without a hitch, with the bonus of a Luftwaffe jet to and from the UK to prove their point about being internationally important persons. They even managed to squeeze in some private events, including on-stage interviews starring both Harry and Meghan, with a host and microphones in the middle of a spotlight football stadium. Okay, I wasn't aware of that. Does private now just mean you have to watch it on Netflix? Okay, so that's that part. Yeah, I didn't see that one. One journalist was heard to quip after footage emerged on social media. The Duchess too had her moment in the spotlight, having delivered a speech to an arena of young people on Monday night to wild cheers. Okay, these I was not aware, so that's probably they keep that secret. They had not managed to see the Queen during their visit. The couple were mid-home office security role, adamant that their lack of protection meant flying to Scotland was unwise. So it seems like they didn't give them their security. Okay, there seemed to be time. According to the plan, the Sussexes would easily be home for Harry's 30th birthday on September 15. After that, a busy autumn loom. Meghan's podcast was coming out every Tuesday and making headlines around the world. Harry's finished autobiography was being read by his inner circle. And a string of publicity appearances were being booked. Very interesting. So none of this I was aware of. Okay. By mid-Thursday morning, it was clear all that will have to change. If some member of the family had known that the Queen's health had taken a downturn the night before, Harry had not received that call.
Do you see any scenario by which Harry and Meghan overshadow Kate and... Oh, yes, I do. Harry and Meghan overshadow Kate and... Oh, yes, I do. I do. Harry and Meghan overshadow Kate and... Oh, yes, I do. I do. Harry and Meghan overshadow Kate and... Oh, yes, I do. I do. Harry and Meghan overshadow Kate and... Oh, yes, I do. I do. Harry and Meghan overshadow Kate and... Oh, yes, I do. I do. Kate and... Oh, yes, I do. I do. I mean, this is... Immediately was my first thought. You know, this could be a problem.
Do you think the Prince of Wales will ever be king?
You know, this could be a problem.
And obviously it's a question that's in everybody's head. Who knows what circumstances will provoke?
But you would know him better than most people.
You know, this could be a problem.
Do you think he would wish to be king?
You know, this could be a problem.
There was always conflict on that subject with him when we discussed it. And I understood that conflict because it's a very demanding role, being Prince of Wales, but it's equally a more demanding role, being king.
Harry and Meghan overshadow Kate and... Oh, yes, I do. I do.
Being king would be a little bit more suffocating. And because I know the character, I would think that the top job, as I call it, would bring enormous limitations to him. And I don't know whether he could adapt to that. And I don't know whether he could adapt to that. My wish is that my husband finds peace of mind, and from that follows other things, yes.
Which played on her fears and fueled paranoia.
My wish is that my husband finds peace of mind, and from that follows other things, yes.
Harry and Meghan overshadow Kate and... Oh, yes, I do. I do.
Prince Charles, this is where things was going too well. I don't know. I'm sorry. Some of you might say I'm cuckoo for keep on mentioning that. This is this thing here. Things were going too well for the Sussexes. They didn't like that. All right. Prince Charles was hosting a dinner at Dumfries House, seemingly unaware that anything was badly amiss. The Duchess of Cornwall was making her way painstakingly back to Scotland from her engagement down south via Heathrow delays. By Thursday morning, it was clear to all at Balmoral that things could no longer wait. The beginning of the opening codename London Bridge began to swing into action. Okay. No one knows when someone is going to die. One source said afterward, it's one thing the royals have in common with any other family. One thing that crossed my mind, there was a presenter, I think from one of the Daily Mail show that I was sharing. She said something very specific. I didn't share my thought on this when she was saying that maybe this might be her Harry's last chance to see his grandmother and all of that. She was making a very, very distinct request of Harry to go visit the grandmother, because this might be the last time or something like that. And I remember thinking, why is she saying all of this? She must know something, but I didn't share that on that video, but I remember her saying that. All right, the Queen certainly was gravely ill, yes, but they didn't know how long she had left. Knowing how seriously to take it is tricky. I didn't know she was that sick, because a couple of days before she was meeting the, how do you call this, the new Prime Minister, so I don't know. The difficulty was further compounded by the unique position of the royal family in public life. The sight of 3 princes and princesses and duke and earl scrambling to fly to Balmoral was not something to take lightly. Okay, where a normal family might rush to a grandmother's bedside just in case, thinking their lucky stars, if it proved a false alarm, everyone involved in the gargantuan task of planning to move the entire royal family to Scotland was more than aware of the public panic they were about to unleash. The press was already on high alert for signs Harry was relenting on his stance that the Sussexes' lack of security made it too risky to fly to Balmoral. The idea that he could slip up to Scotland that day without causing alarm was fanciful. Still, the Queen's inner circle knew it was time. Her court was already at Balmoral with Sir Edward Young. There's that guy, Sir Edward Young. Present for her meeting with the old and new Prime Minister on Tuesday. Okay. Prince Charles telephoned both Prince William and Prince Harry to ask them to come. Quote, there was no difference in those calls, end quote. One source insisted, denying reports that the elder was told, quote, sometimes, end quote, before the younger. This is a father and his much-loved sons. Okay. All right, the Duke of Cambridge, whose constitutional duties as one of the Queen's Councillors of State blended with his role as a grandson, made a hastily formed plan with the Duchess, agreeing that she would be best placed to meet their 3 children from their first full day at their new school and explain what was happening in a way they could understand. Prince Charles and the Duchess of Cornwall flew from Dumfries House by helicopter, where aide had been valiantly downplaying fear for the Queen's health to their guests. Okay, the Princess Royal consolingly was in situ to be by her mother's bedside for her final 24 hours. By lunchtime, the Queen's health was a matter of speculation around the world. The nation had drawn a collective intake of breath after seeing in the House of Commons, broadcast live and then share a news bulletin and across social media.
But the media is a powerful force.
Of Nadim Zahawi passing a note to Liz Truss detailing the downturn in the Queen's health. Okay, by 12:32, both confirming the rumor and quelling the immediate panic that the worst had happened, Buckingham Palace said, quote, the Queen's doctor are concerned for Her Majesty's health and have recommended she remain under medical supervision. Quote, the Queen remains comfortable at Balmoral. Not long after, okay, how long is this? Okay, it's I'll read the rest on my own. I'll leave the link in the description. This sort of explain a little bit more timely of what happened. Okay, so this has that, so the link will be in the description. All right, so let's go back to Twitter. All right, let's see here. When it was initially claimed that Harry found out about his grandmother's death via news announcement, I refused to believe it. Over and above anything else, this is just so heartbreakingly sad. Alright, let's see here. Prince Harry on a plane was initially said to have found out that his grandmother had died via a phone call from his father 5 minutes before landing. The Telegraph has since been told that the phone call did not go through. While he knew his father was trying to get in touch with him. Okay, it was said last night the prince read a breaking news announcement online before they could work the telephone to speak. A spokesman for the now king has insisted the announcement of the queen's death was not made until all family members had been informed. The official announcement was delayed until after everybody had been told. A source said part of this issue was getting hold of the Duke of Sussex. I don't know. So what? Okay, let's see here. If Liz Truss was told at 4:30 p.m. and Harry's flight took at 5:40 p.m., that leaves over an hour to contact him. They didn't, and I don't understand how this isn't part of any of the article. It's not like he was a mid-air when Truss was told. Exactly my point. But I knew I was missing something. Even though I wasn't sure about everything, something didn't plug in properly to me, and I think the squad is pointing out the same thing too. Okay, exactly my point. But if the palace already made Victoria Ward edit her article where she made that fact explicitly clear, it's not surprising that Hannah chose not to address it at all. I don't know, these people are doing things, but they're so up with their lyings, and it gives them so much work to keep on backtracking. I don't know why telling the truth is such a hard thing for them. Okay, every humiliation, every insult, every snub, and every vindictive action heaping on the Sussexes during the 12 days of the Queen's funeral was part of a well-orchestrated takedown of the couple. Yeah, okay, I knew that. Okay, in spite of the royal family nastiness, they could not dent the Sussex's dignity and grace. Yeah, that I knew I was missing something. They were planning something, but it didn't work. They wanted Harry to come by himself without Meghan. Okay, then they could do what they need to do. Okay, so Charles called everyone before trying to call his younger son. He missed the opportunity to call him before his plane took off, then remember about him minutes before he landed. What a father. Apparently he waited to tell Harry last. Even the Prime Minister knew before Harry. My goodness. And also, if they didn't want a spouses there, why was Sophie allowed to go and Andrew picture with all of them? This was deliberate isolation. Yeah. Yep.
With me, and I'm just making sure that she's, protected and got the right people around her.
That's exactly that. Okay, I'm sorry, but I can't. All the sources get together, agree on one version of event. They are going to leak, save every time. They are going to leak, save every time. Okay, what I don't get is if they were able to contact him and ask him to come along to Balmoral, why can't they do the same when it was confirmed that the Queen had died? Seems like cruelty was the mode when it came to dealing with Harry. Yeah, they wanted him to come by himself. Okay, all this they did, I don't know. I hate to think that, but each time I'm saying don't say it, but it seems this is what it was a plan for them. I just edit one video, I explain all of that, but yeah, it just didn't work. They wanted him to come by himself because they know how much he appreciate the Queen and respect the Queen. They used that as a way for him to rush over there without Meghan, but he didn't live without Meghan. Thank God for that. Oh my goodness, there's so much more information, but let me go back on my list. Okay, oh my goodness, these people are, this island is crazy. Next tweet. This was going around. a.k.a. Kate and her bestie Sophie Wessex before becoming member of the British royal family. Two classless commoners who are now acting like they are the new queens of England. This came out after that picture. Remember, couple of days we were seeing during the funeral, all we were seeing was Meghan with the dress just by herself. You didn't see anything around her. Then couple of days later, at least for me, that's when I came across it. You saw the overall aspect, who was around Meghan, and the eye that Sophie was giving her. We were like, what the F was going on over there? And then the squad went to work. They was like, you acting like you're a big shot over there. This was you before. The squad don't play. All right, let's look at some pictures. Kate there to bear alongside fellow student Fergus Boyd, who will go on to share a flat with her and William. Oh my lord, my lord, my lord, my lord. Wow. 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 Okay, Sophie topless. Okay, star tyrant sexy fun with Edward's bride. Oh lord. Wow. This is the nonsense that's going over there. And they expect, oh my god. So some of the things that I thought, I think I might, they probably wanted, oh my god, and Meghan was not playing this nonsense. Oh my lord. Was that an underwear runaway show or something? Why doesn't anyone have any clothes on? My god. They show William with his clothes. Okay, it was the same day she modeled that see-through dress to beg her prince. Wow, wow, wow. There's this here. What is that? Kate Middleton flashed her nude bum to male student from window dorm. No shame, no shame, no shame, no shame. Oh lord, oh lord, oh lord. My god, my god, my no, 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 no. Jesus Christ. Okay, look at her in the car. She has no underwear. I can't unseen. Let's stop acting like people are supposed to be perfect. Well, you're making excuse for her now. People are not perfect, but who walks around like that and open your legs? Can you imagine if it was Meghan, the amount of nonsense these people would be saying? Let's see here. Last time I checked, UK was looking down on Meghan. Thank you. This is why the squad are doing this. Okay? This is exactly that. Last time I checked, UK was looking down on Meghan because she wasn't a virgin and was a divorcee. Meanwhile, the rest of you white royals have their past and your future queen is a divorcee, then kettle. Oh my god. Let's see here. Has Sarah Ferguson been trading sex for? Oh my god. British Dapple claim Fergus slept with Saudi oil tycoon for fun. Oh my lord. Okay, bunny for rampant rabbit. Let's get this over with. This is a 2007 launch party at a Chelsea club for a documentary called Rabbit Fever. And the rabbit and the question is the adult. Oh my god. You read that word. The rampant rabbit, the future queen as a bunny. What in the F? Well, yes, in 2010, the Daily Mail celebrated the announcement of Kate and William's engagement by gleefully publishing what they touted as previously unseen image of Bunny Kate. They also reported that she worked the room and teased. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. These people are freaking trash. There's more. There's more. Sophie's ex-boyfriend, a German solicitor who dated her before her relationship with Edward, threatened to publish topless photos of her on the eve of her wedding. It sent BP into panic. He wanted at least £350,000 for the photos. BP must have paid up. Wow. What in the name? I'll be like, go find you. I say, my son, go find you another one. Oh my god. If anyone has the video of Sophie Wessex selling the royal family, please feel free to share. Let's see here. Did they put it? The the squad. This is why they're doing this. The eye that she gave Meghan, this. Wow, in every angle. This eye. Looking at Meghan like this. Meanwhile, your past is trash. Wow. This is why the squad was doing that. Look at that little girl. Wow, wow, wow. Look at... My goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Look like she's afraid of Sophie too. What in the name? This place is infested. I think Harry didn't want any part of this nonsense. Harry did not want any part of this. Especially, remember, Harry deals with AIDS thing and he knows the issues that's going on.
But what I remind him is that no matter what you want to be when you grow up, it's your character that matters most.
Okay? Oh my God, this place is infested. Camilla, Sophie, oh, I didn't even read the thing because she asked for it. Okay, the pair of them are jumped up common nobodies showing their ugliness. We've seen what they've liked in public, so it must have been intolerable for Meghan behind scene. No surprise, the Sophie fake chic video have conveniently disappeared. And this is that. Wow, wow, wow. This is in French, I think. Topless Sophie, which I just saw. Sophie tape. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Sophie Wessex embarrassment, royal face horrible. My goodness. Wow. This is, oh my God. Meghan, no wonder Meghan is out of place there, definitely. Nah. All of them have their craziness there. Their crazy past. This is sick. This is why I keep on praying. Because of Princess Diana, I'm praying for those kids. I am praying for those kids. Camilla, Sophie, and Kate, three very cunning, manipulative women. Neither had money of their own when they married their princes. Sophie was the only one who had worked. However, she built her business on her royal connection, went bankrupt, and yet to pay back her creditor. Yeah, I think I read this in one of my videos. Okay, let's read some more and then I'll move on. I'm very poor Harry and Meghan, but you might want to Google Kate's family. Very well. Oh God, don't. Sometimes when you think about it, how much party can people have for her, especially in a time like this? Okay, the how do you call this? The UK is in recession. How much party can they have to be their $1 million thing here? Empire that they claim. And then we have the video of the uncle who's selling drugs. Okay, let's see here. I'm trying to leave it, but sometime you come. The squad bring receipt. All right, let me finish with this. I'm very poor Harry and Meghan. That's their defense, saying like they're not. Okay, but you might want to Google Kate's family. Very wealthy even before marrying William. Okay, I'm highly suspicious of the Middleton's wealth. Aristotle's Caroline Middleton, disgruntly goddaughter and cousin Joanna Cullen, claimed that the Middleton's lifestyle and pursuit of WikiLeaks was funded by... Look at this. I just said the thing about the uncle. I have a video of the uncle who was selling drugs. Literally, I have the video. Okay?
The powder into a piece of paper, which he then folds into a wrap before handing over the drug. Then Goldsmith, who has a tattoo reading Nouveau Riche across his shoulders and the letters GG etched onto his bicep, walks to a cupboard beneath the stairs. He brings out 2 ecstasy tablets, which he also hands over to our undercover reporter. As well as supplying drugs, bald-headed Goldsmith brags of his connections with royalty. He even claims Prince William will soon be a guest at his home, the home he has crudely named Maison de Bang Bang.
Dealing wife beater Uncle Gary, an 80s air hostess and drug dealer, big bucks. Oh my God, the squad have thing. I'm telling you, don't ask the squad, or not even the squad, just Twitter in general. Go look at yourself if you don't want to know the answer. Joanna also tells a long story about how Carol didn't want her brother, Gary Goldsmith, who financed most of the Middleton adventures before the royal wedding, to sit with the family during the wedding, in case you think that Joanne is just a grumpy relative cashing in on some tenuous royal connection. She detailed how close she was to the Middleton family, and it really does sound like they were a very intertwined and close-knit group, but no more. Does Carol think she's grander than the Queen? I think Carol is a massive social climber who sunk lots of money, time, and effort into a massive gambling, of getting her daughter to land Prince William. Wow. And the gambling paid off after 9 years, and all of the Middleton are reveling in their reward. And yes, I believe that Carol totally cut out her peasant relations, but what stuns me is that dodgy Uncle Gary is no longer welcome around the Middleton. None of this would have been possible without Gary. Very interesting. None of this would not have happened. Okay, he said, no wonder why, sometimes you hear those negative things. He's trying to talk positive. Well, I don't know, trying to bash Meghan for I don't know, whatever they do to manipulate the system. But anyway, let's feed here. None of this would have been possible without Gary. I've long believed he financed a major part of the Middleton's lifestyle and Kate's pursuit of William. Wow. To be in that class, you have to have money. So to have money, Gary was the drug dealer who got the money. Oh my God. Okay, Carol Middleton is a snobby social climbing, claims Carol's goddaughter. Okay, that was in 2014. This is a very interesting. A woman named Joanne Collins has given a lengthy and fascinating interview to the Daily Mail all about her godmother Carol Middleton. Collins and Middleton are related. Joanne's mother and Carol are first cousin, which makes Joanne and daughter Kate second cousin. Apparently, the family grew up together and were very, very close, but that all changed when Kate married William. Joanne said Carol phased out her peasant relationship. Her peasant relations, even going so far as to cut out shady Uncle Gary Goldsmith. You can read the full piece here, and here are the most interesting. Okay, you could freeze your screen. Oh my God, I'll take screenshot for another time, but I gotta move on. I'm already 19 minutes. Oh my God. Okay, let me bookmark that. Oh, there's the video. There's the video of Gary selling drugs. Yep, Gary was caught on camera dealing drugs and said he has a service that delivered to your door, and he can also procure prostitutes for clients. His original job was recruitment consultant. Now he's multimillionaire, claiming to be a tech mogul, which all sound like money laundering. Wow. Yeah, there he is. La Maison de Bang Bang. There's no audio, but mine has audio. All these need to be, when those idiots come in my comments telling me.
Then Goldsmith,
there he
who
is.
has a tattoo reading Nouveau Riche across his shoulders and the letters GG etched onto his bicep, walks to a cupboard beneath the stairs.
Oh my God.
He brings out 2 ecstasy tablets, which he also hands over to our undercover reporter. As well as supplying drugs, bald-headed Goldsmith brags of his connections with royalty. He even claims Prince William will soon be a guest at his home, the home he has crudely named Maison
de Bang Bang.
So who's got Prince William? Prince William's thing? Really? That's yours? Yeah. Really? Right.
Now we're connected.
Gosh.
When did you start? My niece came in.
Oh really? Alright. That's great.
So,
hang on. Does this mean if your niece marries Prince William, that means you become
bloodline.
uncle to the Queen?
Well, yeah, after Charles.
After Charles, you will be the uncle to the Queen of the United Kingdom.
I'm going to be the Duke of Slough.
So hang on,
King of Ibiza.
Hang on, how are you related?
My sister's daughter.
Your sister's daughter?
Yeah, I'll be bloodline.
That's all they get, bloodline.
Kate Middleton. Yeah. Who's getting married to William. Yeah. So when Charles is king.
Oh dear.
And then William's king.
Yeah.
Kate will be queen.
Carol Goldsmith married Mike Middleton.
Hang on, you'll be able to go to
Wow. But anyway, too much of this for me. What is that? Let's bookmark these. I'm telling you, the squad be sending some receipt. Alright, so let me go to my next tweet. Oh my god, this is what happened for giving Meghan the side eye. Oh my god, let's see here. I hope the Duke and Duchess of Sussex do more interviews calling out racism and racial biases. Okay, racial bias. Yep, so it's...
How many regrets?
Okay, so let's see here. Whilst the rest of us sincerely hope they just fade away, listening to millionaires discuss their hardship is so depressing. So why... Who's worse here? You put that depression on yourself. Why did you click to watch it and then to even comment on it? When we see certain things, if we cannot learn from it or put a positive response on it, just shut your mouth. If you have nothing good to say, don't say anything. You know? Okay? This is where they say money cannot buy happiness. If you think they are millionaire, but they still have problem. Okay? And many of us pray for nasty folks like you to shut up, use mute or black, or use mute and black, so the rest of us don't have to black your ass like I'm going to do to you. Okay, so he complained about media harassment by going to the media and changing vast amount of money. This is the way you want to interpret it. This is the way you want to interpret it. I'm sure a lot of people learn from his experience. Okay? It's not just the British people who have seen through their lies, seem the American elite are distancing themselves from the Marcos too. Which... Oh, if you're talking about Meghan's father's side, perhaps, but Meghan is not the same. Meghan did not grow up with them. You could do your own thing, and look, they're looking for things to complain about. Okay, let's see here. You see clips like this, and you current action of the royal family under Charles, and you realize they're speaking totally different language. It's like two totally different planets. They really don't hear what he's saying and think he did something to them by talking at all. You're also right. The truth is bitter, especially when it called out, I pray for God's protection and strength over Meghan and Harry's children. Yeah, these people, they have no feeling. They are freaking robotic. This will, if you are a good parent, you will try to find help. But no, instead they think it's harassment or they're attacking them. But yet they continue the same consistent thing that they are inflicting on him. They're not trying to get to the bottom, the source. What makes you feel this way? Okay, you would think they will ask Harry, why do you feel that way? Find the source of it so they don't do it again. No, they don't bother looking for the foundation, the source of Harry's problem, but they continue the same negativity. Look at the Queen's death just happened. Throughout the Queen's death, it's non-stop nonsense about Harry and Meghan. So the cycle continue. This is why one of the reasons why Harry had to remove himself, because they want to repeat the same cycle, the royal family that is. And this is why I keep on saying we need to pray for William's kids, because they are Princess Diana's children grandkids. Until they are at the adult age, when they start showing themselves, then we could release ourselves. But while they are children, they don't understand things, because you see the environment that they live with, the infested, the nasty thing that goes around is like the blind leading the blind. And let's just hope a miracle happen to these kids so they don't turn like that. Okay, KKK, she can't compete with Meghan. That is why she's always will be KKK. Let's see here, 28 seconds.
On addiction. Action on Addictions MPAC programme to explore this issue.
Oh my God.
Place to be offers to...
I was responding to someone who wrote a comment about her pronouncing a word. I don't remember which word is that. And I told the person, I'll take several seats and sit my ass down, because I have problem with pronunciation as well. But English, my excuse for my accent and my mispronunciation is that English is not my primary language. But hers, English is her language. She can't even pronounce some of the things she's trying to say. Then she practiced before. Oh my God.
To be offers delivers exceptional specialist counselling service in schools.
In this one small room, how multicultural it was. On a personal level, I feel so proud to live in a city that can have so much diversity. It's 12 countries represented in this one group of women is pretty outstanding.
This is the thing that Charles wants, but yet he doesn't want to embrace them, but he wants them to praise him. Oh my goodness. I'm thinking, as I said that, I'm thinking about that black guy who was behind the barricade. He didn't even want to shake his hand. All right. If Kate wasn't so jealous and insecure, he could have got a great idea for her own presentation by watching Meghan, who is so good at it, and pay attention to the technique Meghan uses. Oh, well. Oh, there's me here. All right. So that was on the 24th. Today is the 26th. Everyone sees that but them. They rather go on hate campaign. People learn and improve on their weaknesses. It's the BS they feed themselves throughout history that this can make them awesome. They believe it when reality checked. Hard work, determination make shit happen. All right, let's see here. Okay, hard work, determination are not the kids' vocabulary. She can't even pronounce. Oh, that was this. She can't even pronounce latter word. And the first one is yet to be seen. An operation. Good grief. What an embarrassing replacement for the title once held by Princess Di. God save us from King Charles III and family. There's me laughing. I'm going to take a seat when it comes to pronouncing words. LOL. At least I have an excuse. English is not my primary language. LOL. There's the can this work? Okay, at least she learns to wave her hand for Meghan. Let's see here. She needs to learn public speaking. Everything is not photo opportunity. All right, this is the part I think. Let's see if it. I have a feeling it's not gonna work because I have issues with this particular clip.
But I think we're moving in the right direction. And I also wanted to ask about food security. I had so many things that I wanted to ask about, but I guess I'll have to just come back.
Yeah, they stopped the meeting short.
I'm the same. I could talk about it for a very long time. It's so lovely to see so many familiar faces. But just to pick on, I suppose, what's been discussed a bit about the importance of parenthood, and a bit about, I suppose, my own journey into looking into the importance of early childhood development, and just touching back on the conversations around supporting parents. I'm really interested about how could we best prepare the next generation to become parents themselves. So actually the focus isn't sort of on parenting side, but actually how can we give them the tools so that they're having their babies and raising their children with these greater tools. And I think that's something that education all the way through the system, I think, would be really really powerful. But in terms of my own journey, yes, it's been about prevention, and I've really started looking into this work to see what we could do to help prevent some of today's toughest social challenges, whether that's addiction, or mental health.
As I'm listening to her, I'm seeing the picture of Louis putting his hand over her mouth to say, "Be quiet."
Violence and things like that in the home.
Oh my God!
And I suppose I've heard time and time again from the likes of Eamon, from parents, from practitioners, alike, just how important the first 5 years of life are for future life outcomes. And I suppose in listening to everybody, I suppose that's why this was for me really important. That was to have this place where we can all come together, whether it's parents or neuroscientists or academics, all those working.
And the thing is that she has the best of people to help her with the thing. But I know she keep on saying early childhood, but what do you want to get out of it? So the expert could help you get the answer that you're looking for. So it could help provide those. Oh my goodness. So what have she come up with since this? Because her focus is on early childhood. Did she come with anything? Anyone in the UK? Oh my Lord. Did she come with a result or some tools to help parents and kids? Because I think this was a very tough subject to pick, even though it has to do with kids. I've mentioned in other video, because when you're dealing with kids, especially when kids, their vocabulary is very limited, they don't know how to express themselves, so they usually go on a rage. Sometimes the way they respond is to physical. Okay, to adult they might think it's harming other people and stuff like that. This is where you need some very, very psychological understanding of things like that. This is a very tough topic. I don't know why she chose that. I don't know why she chose that. Just because they say early childhood, just because you think it's kids, you think it's an easy subject. No, it's not. Why would she pick this of all things? I don't understand this. But okay. Alright.
With parents themselves, but just to really raise the importance of the first 5 years, because I really do feel that the best investment for our future health and happiness lies in the first 5 years of life.
Okay, yes. Are you putting the work to get the answer? It is a very good thing that you're doing, but are you really putting the work to find the answer so you could help whoever the charities that you do or patronages that you're sponsoring this thing with? I don't understand. What is she gonna do with that? Because she has scientists and all sort of experts at her disposal. What is she using them for? Because I think if she bring the important issues to them, they will help her. But if she has no goal, how could those experts help her? You can't keep on saying early childhood, first 5 years or whatever. Okay, tell them what you want so they could help you. We don't expect you to know this, but you have to have an objective. Oh my God.
Point, only by working, and I think, Eamon, you referenced it too, only by working together in a holistic way are we going to be able to achieve that. You know, it is the healthcare, it is the education system, it is working.
Oh God. Okay. I don't know if you guys gonna hear this video, because a lot of time when I try to play it on my thing, it doesn't work. All right, let's see here. Watching her speak in public is painful. Yes, she's getting there. Oh, good God. Her diction is utterly awful. All right, let me go to the next tweet. Oh, my Lord. This was painful. And I'm probably wasting my time because it may not even work. All right, let's see here. After seeing the new King Charles III loses his temper over pens and other royals' rudeness being caught on camera, it's very difficult to believe that Meghan was the most sellable boss these palace staffers had. Instead, it reads like many felt they were above working for American women of color. That's a good point. Okay, I think they are trying to distract people from this. They are still using Meghan as a scapegoat to help that terrible family. And one of the things that I've said, I think it was in my this morning video where I was saying, if Meghan wants them to stop with that bullying thing, okay, Charles need to put a stop to that. Because I think if Meghan decided to sue the firm, okay, it would be worse than the police doing the investigation from cash for honor kind of thing. Because if Meghan speak to her lawyers and they find where she could win her case, no matter what Charles' mouthpiece is gonna say trying to discourage Meghan, she's not gonna do it. As long as she knows she has the right, she see where she could win her case, she's not gonna stop. And Charles should call his mouthpieces, stop, leave her alone. Don't talk about the bullying, because it seems like there was some sort of agreement when the investigate, if there was, you know, the agreement, the bullying investigation come, and then they didn't want to make it public. Okay, after what, couple months of trashing her name throughout the world on the tabloid about bullying, and then for the thing to come out, you don't want to make it public. She was very disappointed in that. The Queen must have spoke to Meghan to let it go. So she decided to let it go. So these people are reviving it instead of burying it. Okay? Because if Meghan get pissed and said, I'm going to call you to court under whatever her lawyers may find that she could win based upon, Charles is done. Meghan is not going to sue each of those reporters who talk about this, because she knows it's the palace who has the result of the bullying. And I'm pretty sure her lawyers must have a copy of it. Okay? So there must have been a truce about this to let this the bullying case to be over. So if Charles is bringing it back up thinking he's gonna to overshadow his cash for honor nonsense, he's mistaken. I think messing with Meghan is even worse, because for the cash of honor here, we've seen how a lot of police investigations, especially on Andrew, just scrub under the rug and never heard about it again. So the same thing could easily be done with cash honor for Charles. But when it comes to Meghan, calling him to court, Meghan is not gonna stop. Then he see from the Mail on Sunday, the Daily Fair, all these mouthpieces that was saying all of this, all those professionals was telling her to not pursue it because she's not gonna win, saying all of this, did she listen to them? No. And look at the outcome. So Charles better put a stop to this BS. Alright, so let me read this. Met Police interviewed 2 men under caution over King Charles Cash for Honours probe. Scotland Yard revealed detectives spoke to men in his 50s and a man in his 40s. Okay, so that was September 23 September 2022. Okay, while the Met pretend to investigate King Charles III Cash for Honours scheme, let's not forget this man's mom carve out an exception for the monarch from almost 1,000 laws of the land. Surely Cash for Honor is on that lengthy list. Will vive the king, shall we say. Alright, King Great selling his own son. Fantastical. Alright, Meghan does not come across as someone who will shout when she loses her temper. She'll likely try to explain in an even voice, yeah, or walk away and send an email and have a quiet cry. But shout, no, I don't believe. Of course not. Alright, Americans work 8 to 16 hours a day. We don't do only half a day's work and hour-long breaks. A lot of those aides left with Harry and Meghan are actually in the US now. If she was that bad, okay, I wasn't aware of that. You know, when they make certain people coming to their group, they made public, I'm aware, but in terms of who was over there and who's with her here, I don't know. Okay, if she was that bad, that won't have happened. They are just trying to push out as much as they can till that book comes. While a grieving man is irritated by a pen, stop press. The Brits adore Meghan to begin with, and many still do. Their wedding was beautiful with crowds and well-wishers. Okay, it's very sad they left the UK. We wish them peace. There's some good Brits out there who sees the same, who's in the same thing here. But there are some, my goodness. I know Harry tried to be very political, tried to be in line. Don't, you know, separate the press with the rest of the Brits, but there are some out there. Oh, there's him here. 3 minutes and 56 seconds. I like to listen to his thing. Seeing royal reporters complain about The Crown on Netflix because the public will mistake fiction for fact is hilarious, coming from men and women who literally pay their rent with money made by telling stories about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Alright, let's see here. James O'Brien, incredible Eric Cantona inspired analogy featuring seagull and fishing trawlers explain why Meghan Markle has enraged so many media outlets. Okay, let's listen to this.
So I want to make that absolutely clear. When I talk about how all of the criticism of Meghan Markle is, or almost all of the criticism of Meghan Markle is steeped in racism and misogyny, obviously I don't mean your criticism of Meghan Markle, which has nothing to do with racism or misogyny. You are just possessed of information denied to the rest of us about the true nature of her personality, her motivations, her character, and her relationship with Prince Harry. Because that's the only alternative to the misogyny and racism. You have actually read her mind. So either it's misogynistic and it's racist, or you've read her mind. And that doesn't matter whether you are Dirty Gertie from number 30, holding forth in the Dog and Duck about the state of the nation, or whether you're actually paid by a national newspaper or a national broadcaster to offer up your insights into the relationship between Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, because they are furious. Do you know why they're furious? Imagine, if you would, that you were a seagull and your career depended upon following a trawler in the hope of picking up some manky old herring that fell off the back of the boat while they were busy packing up the catch for next day's market. How would you feel if they stopped throwing manky old herrings off the back of the boat? What would you do? Well, you would dedicate the rest of your career to writing about how awful those people were for refusing to throw manky old herrings off the back of the boat. You would never admit, of course, that your entire livelihood depended upon hoovering up manky old herrings thrown off the back of the boat called the royal family. And then along come 2 members of the royal family and they say, do you know what? Actually, we don't like seagulls. You're crapping all over our deck on a daily basis. We never get anything out of you except nasty noises. You're always screeching in our ears. We're trying to put the baby to sleep. We're going to stop lobbing the manky old herrings off the back of the fishing boat. and the seagulls have...
Wow, that's a very good analogy on that. I will never thought of it that way, but wow. He's spot on. Alright, oh shit, damn it.
You're crapping all over our deck on a daily basis. We never get anything out of you except nasty noises. You're always screeching in our ears. We're trying to put the baby to sleep. We're going to stop lobbing the manky old herrings off the back of the fishing boat. And the seagulls have gone bonkers. The seagulls have gone spare. The seagulls have never before been told that they are not the most important part of this equation. What do you mean we're even less important than the manky old herrings being thrown off the back of the boat by the royal family? How dare you?
The decision that I have made for my wife and I to step back is not one I made lightly.
Caster, I'll have you know that I am in Who's Who. I am often invited by American broadcasters to comment upon the state of the British royal family.
Victoria Arbiter, AR, B as in boy, ITER, and I am royal commentator for CNN.
Richard Fitzwilliams, royal commentator.
Ingrid Seward, I'm editor-in-chief of Majesty magazine.
You've not seen the interview yet, have you? No, great.
Never off the breakfast TV sofas. How dare you suggest that my job consists of recycling manky old herrings for credulous forelock tuggers who buy British newspapers? That is a disgusting slur.
Oh my God, I like the way he put it. Yeah, they're giving themselves that self-importance. But when you really look at it deep, nah, they're nothing. Just trash. Making people's life miserable. As I'm saying that, I'm thinking of, wow, I remember Caroline Flack. They drive this woman to death. Oh my God.
That I, for one, refuse to countenance. And that's really all they've done. That's all they've done. Prince Harry and his wife have essentially said, you know what? We're staying on the boat, by the way, because I was born on it. There's not a great deal I can do about that, but I'm going to decorate it the way I want to decorate it, and if you want to follow me around like a manky old seagull, well, you're not going to get any manky old herrings off me. Just clear off.
Wow.
And then you say, well, you can't ignore the seagull. You can't not feed the seagulls. You can't stay on the boat and not feed the seagulls. The price of being on the boat is feeding the seagulls.
4 times I asked the palace, or maybe 3 times I asked the palace, if we, as a media group, could meet Meghan, and it never happened. But we asked for forgiveness and please come back because this is a great country and the royal family are very important to us all. And the Queen needs your support, Harry, because William can't do it all, Catherine can't do it all. The Prince of Wales is taken on the Queen's role now, so he's even more busy. So Harry's badly needed.
He said, well, no, it isn't. Of course I can still enjoy public life. I'm famous.
And to be honest with you, sadly, that line between public and private life is almost non-existent anymure. And we will continue to do our best to ensure that there is the line. We are completely aware that we're in a very privileged position. This is half my official role, but half my private role. This is what I enjoy doing, but the private life has to be private, and I hope people respect that.
I'm just going to ignore you. That's all. And they can't cope. I mean, it's like watching one of those kids in the supermarket going absolutely tonto. And usually you feel sorry for the mother. In this case, the mother would be the editor or the owner of the newspaper. So it's very hard to feel sorry for them while the toddlers are going spare in the seafood aisle.
That's true.
And that's all that's happened in this story. You won't have probably reached that conclusion yet because all of the coverage, both on broadcast and in print, is going to be largely pro-seagull or even pro-manky herring, actually, to be fair, rather than pro-fishing boat.
He's spot on. He is spot on. Where are the comments? Let's go back. I pressed on it by mistake. Okay, as if many didn't watch it happen. Okay, the irony, they always in a panic and telling on themselves with massive projection. All right, what is this? As if many didn't watch it happen. Let's see here. Okay, at the time, Edward VII was 56 years old and Alice Keppel was only 29. Of course, Camilla Parker's great-grandmother was also in a marriage, and her case to George Keppel, Alice Keppel, was special to Edward VII. Both went behind their partner's back to have their affairs, which grew over time. Edward VII had other women in his life, but Alice Keppel was special to him, as he made no secret oh my God, of his love for her despite his marriage to Alexandra of Denmark. Their respective situation, unlike Charles III and Camilla Parker, who eventually had the ending they wanted, preventing them from ever marrying. Oh my God. Okay, oh, so that's that thing. I think I read this in one of my videos. I read the whole thing. Yeah, literally, I read the whole thing. That's him being a tampon. Alright, let me move on to the next one. But these people have no class. Oh my God, no self-esteem. Alright, let's see here. In the end, I don't think it's matter if Harry and Meghan accept or decline titles for their children. I do hope people are paying enough attention to demand an explanation from Charles as to why he has delayed announcing and or remove said title from the Sussex children. Let's see here. Royal family still in mourning, but the haters insist on spreading their bile. Okay, the family then stops spreading their bile even when their queen and supposedly beloved mother, grandmother, lay dying. Okay, he will wait for a distraction to draw people's attention away from him before he can quietly do it, and then hope he get lost in the mountain of other news. Okay, I think Harry and Meghan have made it very hard to do that. I think he will wait for the media to create a storm about something they said, like the fire in South Africa, and use it as an excuse to not give the titles. Alright, gonna respectfully disagree. History written in books, that part matters. If they aren't acknowledged, they get erased. So I agree, we and Harry and Meghan aren't stuck on the superficiality of titles, but we need history to be recorded correctly. Too much history of past have been untruth. Okay, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate your tweet. Some squaddies seem to say it's not necessary. No, it is, for history's sake, and it's their birthright. Just like their father is a prince, they are of royal bloodline. Doing otherwise will be trying to remove their presence. The thing, I agree with this. Okay, the thing is that I don't think Harry and Meghan care about the title. That for sure, I really don't. But the part, I think, because it's in the book, it is required for them to have it, and this is why I think they will fight for it. Okay, and then if, like she said here, if Charles decided to remove it from them, they're gonna have to find out why. Perfect example, they remove Harry's security. What is Harry trying to do? Why did you remove my security? He's willing to go all the way. I think this is the same tactic I think Harry and Meghan are willing to go about. Okay, look at what as simple as, well, it's not simple, the security aspect. So let's just see if they remove that. This is the next step that's gonna happen. All right, they're gonna find out why did you do that. All right, so this is a good conversation. Let's move to the next. Okay, there's Omid. It started somewhere, it's a long thread. Okay, did I say that, or you just putting words in my mouth? Also, your reference to what we both know is information that was briefed over 3 years ago, which no reporter heard directly from the couple. There's so much more to the story than what has been reported so far. Okay, so I bookmark his thing, but he's responding to someone. So let's start. It started. Oh my God, Omid. Oh, okay. A lot of them tweet from account I blocked, so it must be a hater somewhere. Let's see here. Where shall I start? This is account you blind. Alright, let's pick it from here. Okay, I often ask about this piece of reporting, which was also in Finding Freedom. At the time, it was the Lime Palace aide, including Sussex's head of communication, were sharing with reporters. There was no reason not to believe it. It was only later on that we discovered it was BS. Okay, let me view it since I was the one who blocked it. What is he saying? This tweet is the tweet I cited. Okay, so that's something from 2019. She brought up that Omid did. Okay, as we expected, Harry and Meghan foregone a courtesy title for their children, all part of giving him a life as possible. Love that Doria was there when the Queen met Archie for the first time at Windsor Castle. So there's a thread, but I'm not gonna go into that. All right, so he referred to it based on what he was aware of. All right, let's see here. Account I black. That's what I thought. I was sure you wouldn't have reported if it if it hadn't come from the Sussex communication team. Then he discovered it was BS. Don't forget that part. That's good. Then he discovered it was BS. Don't forget that part, which he said. He said it was only later on that we discovered it was BS. Okay, let's see here. But we didn't learn that until March 2021. At the time, reporters were told they didn't want Archie to have a title, and it wasn't just someone from the palace who said that. It was someone from the Sussex's communication team. Okay, important to remember that back then the Sussex's communication team were palace staff. Bingo. Okay, back then it was palace staff, but once they left, they went to the US. They have their own thing. Okay, Omi, this is disingenuous. You are basically suggesting that because they were BP staff. Remember, there were backstabbers at the palace. Look at, for example, I could say backstabbers because it was proven and court document. They were aiding the same people that Meghan was suing.
You just explain, what was the significance on the witness statement from Ed Verity, better known as Ted Verity?
Ted Verity, the editor of the Mail on Sunday, said in his signed witness statement that he had been given information that helped support Associated's case. He said this information came from a senior palace source, and he said in his witness statement this was, quote, not gossip or tittle-tattle.
What does that mean?
What it means is that a senior figure in the royal household, according to Mail on Sunday, was passing him information in order to help defeat the Duchess's case.
Have been, as we know, is that the Mail on Sunday had the ruling against them in February, and they were then appealing it. So it was lawyers from the Mail on Sunday who would have approached Jason Naff, knowing that these emails and messages existed. That would have been the point. And unless, I mean, the most likely outcome is that Jason obviously would have then gone to William and Kate, and clearly he has cooperated. He would not have cooperated with those lawyers without their definite knowledge.
So they could have easily put anything that they want. And this is why they didn't want Harry and Meghan to do the Oprah interview, because Harry and Meghan will tell their side of the story. So meanwhile, when they were in the UK, those people could do whatever they want. Okay? Let's see here. Okay, Omi, this is disingenuous. You are basically suggesting that because they were BP staff, they will not have been truthful. Yeah, pretty much. We both know that Harry and Meghan directly told their staff to brief that Archie will, how do you know that? Will have no title, as they wanted him to grow up as a normal as past. Okay, did I say that, or are you just putting words in my mouth? Okay, so that's where I pick up here. Okay. Did I say that, or are you just putting words in my mouth? Also, your reference to What we both know is information that was briefed over 3 years ago, which no reporter heard directly from the couple. This is very important. Good point, Omid. We didn't hear it. This is why he said that he didn't speak to them. He did not hear it directly from Harry or Meghan. There's much more to the story than what has been reported so far. Very good point. Okay, and the thing is that I like with Omid, this is something anybody could have easily shown away, but he stick to it and he followed through. As you can see, there's a lot of comments and it's almost 2 o'clock, so I need to get off. Okay, Palace wanted Harry and Meghan to give Archie the Earl of Dunbarton title, but in addition to being a title designed for mockery, Harry and Meghan realized that if they give him that title, not only was he not going to get the security like he would if he was HRH, but it was going to be used to deny him. Okay, the title by George V convention, when Charles become king, okay, that's when he'll be prince. By not giving him the Earl title, Harry and Meghan forces them to issue letters patent to deny the title officially. But the optic around doing that is really bad, but there is still a problem. The press will want to know why the child, okay, 2 of 3, okay, Senior Roy is not titled. They cannot tell the real story because, as I said, optics, they asked Harry and Meghan to put out the statement and they did. So while it may be true, they did not want Archie with the Earl title. They did not oppose him being a prince. This is what I think happened. Okay, also false as Kobe. That came from tabloid or palace shit stirrers to humiliate Harry and Meghan and piss off the Scots. Harry is Earl of Dunbarton and has been since May 2018. Okay, basically suggesting is doing a lot of heavy lifting there. Emily, relax those tabloid tendencies for 2 seconds and read the actual words. What you meant to say was, quote, I'm assuming what you are saying. All right, so the main thing is Omid respond to the thing, and I thought that was very good that he respond to it. So there's more. I'm moving on. I have one more and then that's it. This one and another one. After Meghan had pulled to shred a plan she had drawn up, the woman told Meghan how hard it would be to implement a new one. Quote, don't worry. And quote, Meghan told her, quote, if there was literally anyone else I could ask to do this, I would be asking them instead of you. Okay, where would this come from? Okay, God, I hope that one story is true because it's goddamn hilarious. Okay, imagine carefully curating your palace insider sources for decades only for those courtiers to flap around and whine about how a black lady said cool things to all of the lazy and incompetent people, and then you put it all in a dumb book. So that was from a book. Oh my God, they have no common sense to say, let's process it. What does it mean by that? Okay, Can Young imagine telling your boss or project manager, quote, I know you don't like my plan, but it will be really hard for me to implement a better one. And quote, I'll be like, quote, well, you better start now and work until you get it right, or I will find someone who can. Wow. Are you kidding me? Okay, if anything, that should have motivated the incompetent whining employee to want to do better and get it right. Okay, basic Karens aren't there to work hard. I know that's right. All right, phew. They just exposed to the world how lazy those bunch of palace aides are. They've got no legal legs to stand on. Even this was to go to court. Oh my God, I covered this already. All right, this clip reminds me of the song from The Wizard of Oz. Could we get up at 12 and start to work at 1? Take an hour lunch and then at 2 we're done. Jolly good fun. Oh my God. So he picked. Okay, so it's not the whole thing. This is 1 minute and 3 seconds. Let's see here.
I can't help but wonder how much of a loss it was for the British public as a whole, but also people of color here, to see her savaged in the way she was, to see this alienation and the allegations that the two of them have made that their baby's skin color might have been an issue.
Yeah, I think there's another factor here too, that Meghan is
is a very professional woman, and she's very American in that way. And the male-dominated culture, the royal household, doesn't like the kind of terms that they would use there, pushy and pushy American. They don't like pushy Americans, meaning that they don't like professional people who work hard. And a lot of the Debbie kind of girls who
They don't like.
inside the palace work for
They don't like professional people who work hard. I move it back a little bit. I have to do something different from it.
like professional people who work hard.
Yep.
And a lot of the Debbie kind of girls who get to work inside the palace work from about 9 to 12 and then take the rest of the day off. And Meghan was very impatient with that. She wanted to see a new work ethic, maybe a work ethic as strong as the Queen's herself.
That's a huge comparison. They compare it with the Queen. Alright, so I'm done with this. Let's go to the next and my final one. I see Tyler Perry. Okay, so this is another clip of the Tyler Perry. The thing is that over the weekend, I listened to the I think it's NBC interview, and I thought I was recording it. It's after I realized I didn't turn on my recording button. So I did the review, nothing was recorded. And then I didn't want to do it again. Alright, so let's listen to this. I purposely did not listen to this one. Alright, Tyler Perry on why he offered Prince Harry and Meghan Markle his home and security when they moved to the US. Quote, they were giving her hell and a lot of it was because she was a black woman. Flat out, no denying it. I wanted to let her know there was someone there for her. Wow. Okay, 1 minute and 2 seconds.
I look at my entire life and everything that's happening, and I go, at some point, I stopped dreaming, and God's dreams were much bigger than mine.
Wow.
And I found myself at a place where everything that I had dreamed.
Let's listen. He just says.
So now the things that
okay, I know you guys hate that. I know you guys hate that. I'm sorry. He just said something very. I'm fighting with you guys and my imaginary people in front of me. He just said something very important here. He had. Well, let's listen to it again.
Entire life and everything that's happening, I go, at some point I stopped dreaming, and God's dreams were much bigger than mine.
God's dream was much bigger than his, so he stopped dreaming. He leave it up to God. Oh my God, this is so simple but very powerful. That's the part. You guys could come after me, but let's listen.
And I found myself at a place where everything that I had dreamed had come true.
Wow.
So now the things that are happening are far beyond anything I could have imagined. You know, I never knew I would know a prince and a princess. That wasn't even what that was about. What I was reaching out to her for was because they were giving her hell. Right. And a lot of it was because she was a black woman.
Absolutely.
And I flat out, no denying it, I completely knew that, and I wanted to reach out and let her know that there was somebody there for her.
Wow.
I sent her a note, and not expecting anything to come of it, and she said, thank you so much, and that was it. And a couple of years later, we started talking, and she was able to talk. And the only reason I'm sharing this is because she shared it first.
Okay.
I realized that. Because Gayle King, I have that clip. Gayle King asked him. He pretended he didn't wanna, he didn't hear it or whatever. I have that clip. And I realized he didn't wanna share it. But because Meghan wants to show people that she had help from him, okay, to show her appreciation. She didn't make it on her own where she's at right now. So now it's like the open door. I could speak about it now. All right. So this is very important. And I knew that's why he didn't respond to Gayle King. Okay.
Expecting anything to come of it, and she said, thank you so much, and that was it. And a couple of years later, we started talking, and she was able to talk. And the only reason I'm sharing this is because she shared it first.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the part that she shared is that I think during their wedding, and I think he had called her and said, I could be missed somewhere here, and he gave her number, his number, and said, you could reach out to me whenever you need or whatever. Okay, and congratulate her for her wedding. And she took a while before she could call him because things were getting chaotic. All right, but let's listen. All right.
And the only reason I'm sharing this is because she shared it first.
Okay. Yeah.
And we were able to talk, and she was telling me some of the things that were going on, and I'm just so proud of where they are now, because I'm gonna tell you something. Those two people love each other. I don't care what any. Oh,
damn! That was so good. That's the damn. I need to look for it. Speaking about bad behavior is not racist. What is racist is supporting bad behavior because of someone's color. Okay, holding your pregnant belly, eating avocado, and closing your own car door is such an awful behavior and must be called out. We saw the racism from the beginning, and that is why we support Meghan. Exactly. Most of us will be minding our own business. Okay, Joe Diva will be walking her dog right now because every free time we doing the fight. Okay, me waiting to see Tyler Perry opinion get much media publication as the anti-Meghan rant by people like Angela Levine. Okay, when it first came out that he helped them, they said that Tyler Perry was a rapper, a filmmaker, actor, and writer, and a billionaire. But yes, any black American man with money is a rapper to the UK right-wing press. And the thing is that it is so weird. So weird. Before the Oprah interview, I've highlighted him on my videos, not knowing he was helping them in the background. Even one of my videos, I think I call it They Are in Good Hand or something like that. And then when I found out that he was helping, I was shocked. Okay, Tyler Perry is a great guy. Okay, thank you God. Tyler Perry was there for them when some of their so-called blood relatives couldn't wait to sell them out. Yep, that is from both sides. From both sides. Harry and Meghan. Okay, both sides of their family. And thank God for Miss Doria. I still haven't heard her voice. The day that Miss Doria speak, oh my God, happy they are out of that toxic environment and are now free to be. Their children would thank them for that decision. Okay, well, let's be real. They weren't destitute. They had millions and millions from his mother's. Oh God. Yeah, okay. Like Meghan didn't have any herself. They also could have moved somewhere remote and live quiet, but they choose that. We have to deal with that. Okay, and then I even make videos about them moving to California when they were moving to California, because this is Meghan's where she grew up, not exactly where she's at right now, but she grew up in California. Okay, California have one of the toughest law on those privacy thing.
And the verdict is in. The jury in Los Angeles has just decided that the County of Los Angeles must pay Kobe Bryant's widow, Vanessa, $16 million in damages after the photos that were taken, according to the prosecution, after Kobe Bryant died in this helicopter crash 2 years ago. The trial centered on that trove of graphic photos taken of the crash site that killed the late basketball star, his 13-year-old daughter, and 7 others.
I live a quiet life, but going to Cali, they needed security. Okay, that's you, but that's not them. That's you, that's not them. This is where they want to. My goodness. I can't see that. Alright, so let's do a prayer and finish. I have more to read, but that's gonna have to move on for another video. Okay, let's do a prayer. Prayer for... Let's do well-being. Okay, teach me to reach out to you and my need, and help me to lead others to you by my example. Most loving heart of Jesus, bring me health and body and spirit, that I may serve you with all my strength. Touch gently this life which you have created, now and forever. Source the Franciscan prayer book. All right, let's do an image. Okay, I need to get dinner ready. All right, let's do this one. Okay, I like to start my day with a prayer to God for the well-being of my family, success and all the endeavor of me and my family, a strong bond togetherness, love and affection amongst my family members forever and ever, and a huge thanks for giving all these for the present day. Alright, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. New subscribers, welcome. So, and members, thank you. I see I have some new members. Thank you for your support. And occasionally I drop some videos, but most of my videos are there for everybody. But in one of my video, I cut something out, but I didn't want to put it for vast. Something tells me, let me just let you guys hear this perspective, and then you guys could come and roast me on it. I already put it up. All right, so that's it. Thank you for your support, guys. I really appreciate it.
For me, it's an added member of the family. It's another team player as part of the bigger team. And you know, for all of us, all we want to do is be able to carry out the right engagements, carry out our work, and try and encourage others and the younger generation to be able to see the world in the correct sense, rather than perhaps having a distorted view.